Now, I explain the fourth function, that is demo room. Demo room. Simply I am writing like this. Demo room means you have to understand it as demonstrating room dimensions. Okay. What type of function it is? Before writing only think of it takes data but does not return anything. So which type of function it is? Function which takes data and does not return any value. Here which data is required? Because it should print everything. Everything means it should print length, breadth, height, floor area, four walls area. So room data we are passing, floor area we are passing, walls for area, walls for area you are passing. So we have to pass three items. Then only it can print everything. Thereafter your doc string you write function to demo dimensions of the room. Like that, clearly write, but in a precise manner. Thereafter output is there. With reference to the output, you write print statements. Here I am not going to write, because if you are lazy, you never become a programmer. Here practice is required. Print statement to practice, matter of half an hour. If you practice, you can comfortably write. With reference to that you write, and alignment, and one more thing, units. Don't miss units. You must write units, that is length, breadth and height. In feet you have to write, and area square feet, FT capital you write, and SFT, this is square feet. Units you write exactly like with reference to that you write output, then it comes properly. So what type of function? Function which takes data but does not return anything. That's why you cannot find any return statement in this. So now finally if you see first function, room data function which does not take any value but return a value. Second and third function, functions which take value and return a value. Third function, the fourth function which takes value but does not return a value. In this manner, if you first know, earmark what type of function it is, then writing code is very easy and you never commit any mistake. Now, we have finished our program. Actually, this is our program. In this, four functions we have defined. What are the names? Read room data, calculating floor area, calculating four walls area, a demo room. Four functions we have defined. Now our program is over. Then what we have to do? We have to write the main function. Actually, many beginner programmers get doubt at this point, how to write main and all. So once you understand every element, then after one or two programs, you will be comfortable with that. But without having proper knowledge over this, if you write programs, you never be comfortable in writing programs. So now we are writing def main. Main function is like a manager. So you write like this. Thereafter doc string you write as usual. Thereafter now we are calling four functions. What is the first function? Read room data. This is a function. We are not passing any value. Then, but it returns a value. So somebody returns something, you have to store in that. So where we are storing? Room data. In room data, it returns a data structure room data that we are storing in room data. Here I am not following indentation, but if you see that, you can find the indentation. Because of the congestion of the board and the perfect indentation I cannot follow. That point you have to understand. Thereafter, what we have to do? Floor area. We have to call calculate floor area. For calculating floor area, what is required? Room data is required. So we are passing room data. Already you have seen, actually calculate in the header of the calculate floor area, what you found? Room data. We are passing it from here, it goes there to the header, individually it goes. That's why students are confused. That point you have to understand. Here floor area you write as a F area or FLR area, nothing wrong. F area you have written, otherwise FLR area you write as you like. Now third one is calculate 4 walls area. For this, what is to be passed? Again room data is to be passed. Room data is to be passed, that we are passing. Then it returns a value. What is that? Walls for area. That it is shown in this. Thereafter, now demo room takes data but does not return anything. Here these two return values, that's why we are writing here. And this returns value, that's why we have written here. So demo room does not return anything. That's why we are not writing anything. That difference you find the wonderful program. By writing this program every bit on your own, you will be perfect over this concept. So what we have to pass? A room data we have to pass. A floor area we have to pass. 4 walls area. Here some discrepancy might be there, just you see that. Walls 4 area. We have to pass all 3. Here otherwise floor area, right? Okay. Here small discrepancies might be there. In a printed code you never find that one. So in this way we have called all the functions, 4 functions we called. These are like switches. So until unless the switch is on, this mission, you treat every function like a mission. Until unless the switch is on, they won't work. So these are like switches. Okay. And this is the main function. Main function, actually I told you indentation I didn't follow, but you must follow indentation properly. In def main. Okay. Okay. Now main function is also ready. In this manner we write. Thereafter you call main function. You call main function. Then this is, these switches are on, but main switch is off. By calling main function, main switch is on. Then in turn all these are on and all these functions are executed. And if there are no errors and all that, whatever output we are expecting, that you get. So far I have explained all the functions in the program. Main function, calling the main function, and once this program is executed, you get the output. Now finally let us see the output. Output means it should be exactly like this, no compromise. So here see, first 4 prompt statements you can find. Because of the prompt statements, the user can give enter values properly. So first prompt statement is enter the name of the room. You give living room or drawing room, study room, bedroom, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, like that you write. Second one, length of the room, depth of the room, height of the room. Here one point, actually arithmetically your program may be correct and it may give a result, but it reflects your common sense. Drawing room means, yeah, normally it is moderately big comparatively to other rooms and all that. That's why I have given 20, 15, 10. Otherwise you give some other values, but if you give 200, 300 like this and all that, then professionals can understand you don't have common sense at all. That's why always you remember that your program to document your stature, what type of person, whether you have common sense or not and all that. Whatever values you give, it reflects the real life scenario. Suppose you have to give a price of the rice. You may give 50 rupees, 60 rupees or 70 rupees. If you give 200, 300 and all that, then people immediately, your program may be correct, but people can understand that you don't have common sense. That means instead of getting 90%, you may get 30%. That's why always you apply your brain. common sense means you should be aware of what is going on around you. So that point always you remember and go ahead. If you give appropriately, now initially in the program I have taken them as int values. Suppose if you want to give floor values, instead of int function, you can use float function. Float, then you can give 10.5, 5.75, like that values you can give. Thereafter, if everything input is given properly and no error, program does not have any errors, it demonstrates the output like this and all. So this is the way. Whatever may be there, don't bother about the time. Treat it as the first program. Even second level, first program actually in feel good service already did, and this is as a first program in your fast track series, and write this on your own. On your own, if you get errors, make a probe where you are getting error. Once you find out, thereafter you should not commit the same error again and again.